Hi, welcome back to another video. Lower back pain is common and causing discomfort to around 80% of individuals within their lifetime. But did you know your glute and lower back pain are often inextricably related? Please subscribe to my channel and please leave your comments below if you do suffer or have suffered from lower back pain. Please like and share this video, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. The glutes are made up of three layers: the gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, and the gluteus maximus, which is the largest and the most superficial of the three. These muscles play a key role in supporting the pelvis by stabilizing and moving the hip joints either internally or externally. One other important gluteal muscle is the piriformis, which lies deep to the gluteus maximus. It helps to rotate your hips and stabilize your pelvis. If your glutes are weak, it becomes overactive as it tries to compensate for the weakened glutes. The function of the piriformis is to externally rotate your hips. Your piriformis and your hip flexors work together to keep your back, hips, and legs properly aligned. When you have tightness in either of these muscles, there are several knock-on effects that can result in the hip and back pain that just won't go away. Let me give you an example. Tight hip flexors can cause your pelvis to tilt forward. This, of course, has a knocked-on effect on the piriformis because it cannot sit in its proper place. If your piriformis is too tight, it will pull your feet wider than parallel and turn your inner thighs more towards the front of your body. When your inner thighs do this, the hip flexors loses the tension that it needs to maintain optimal function without pain. So, as you can see, no matter which of these muscles is too tight, it will have a negative impact on the other, which will exacerbate your back pain. The hip flexors and the piriformis have to maintain this critical balancing act to allow you to sit, stand, walk, run, and even sleep properly. As a powerful extensor of the hip, the glute maximus should be the prime mover during climbing and running. If your glute maximus are weak due to inactivation or tightness through the formation of trigger points, its function will be compensated by other muscles, such as those of the lower back, overloading them and causing back pain. So what are the causes of glute weakness and tightness? Well, first, too much sitting, usually through working long hours in a desk job. Prolonged sitting can render your glutes to be tight through the formation of trigger points and inactivated due to tightness of your hip flexors. And for the majority of young people, overtraining of the glute muscles, usually through sports. Self-myofascial release of gluteal trigger points, stretching and strengthening of the gluteal muscles can prevent tightness and help to prevent back pain and other symptoms. Trigger points within your piriformis can lead to piriformis syndrome. Please take a look at my previous video on this particular topic. Self-myofascial release by simply sitting on a foam roller or a trigger point ball and rolling back and forth over the muscle may not be the most effective way. I find this to be more effective, that you're using a foam roller to enable your body to slide back and forth, and place the trigger point ball on the piriformis, glute maximus or medius. Roll until you find a sore spot. Hold onto it until the pain dissipates. You can find these spots by rolling the ball laterally from the sacrum to the greater trochanter or the femur. That is, along the muscle fibers of these muscles. Trigger points are usually found in the middle of the muscle belly, as well as the attachment points, that is the top of the femur. Once you find the trigger points, you can enhance the effectiveness by crossing your legs, that is, internally rotating your hip. I find this seated glute stretch to be extremely effective. You're basically flexing your hip to stretch your glutes and internally rotating your hip to stretch the external rotators, such as the glute medius and the piriformis. So, hug your leg, pulling your knee to the opposite shoulder. Adjust the torso so that you can feel a good stretch of these muscles. Another great stretch is the supine glute and piriformis stretch. Lie flat on the floor, raise one leg, either hold your toe with your hand. If you cannot reach the toe, use your yoga belt or towel. Keep your leg straight. Pull your straight leg towards your chest. This will actively stretch your glute maximus and your hamstrings. Hold for as long as it takes until the tightness dissipates. From that position, pull your leg towards the opposite side until you feel a stretch of the external rotators. That is the abductors such as the piriformis and the glute medius. And repeat on the other side. Another great way to stretch your piriformis is the pigeon lunge. Perform this stretch on a bench with your knee bent at 90 degrees. Hold this in a static position for 30 seconds and slowly let your hip drops down. Then perform this stretch dynamically by lunging up and down. You can place your hands on the bench for better support. To enhance this stretch, bend your torso forward and stretch the rear leg back further. Classic glute activation include the glute bridge, cable hip extension, hip thrusts, and deadlifts. I'm going to demonstrate another isolation exercise for your glutes. You can perform this prone hip extension on a dedicated back extension bench, an ordinary bench, or a gym ball. To perform this exercise, kneel down on the floor and lay your torso over a bench. Slide forward until your hip bones touches the edge of the bench. While performing this exercise, your goal is to maintain hip contact with the bench the entire time. This will keep your lumbar spine and pelvis in alignment during the exercise. Bend the leg you are going to work at the knee so that the hamstring is in a shortened position. This places a greater demand on the glutes to extend the hip. Lift the thigh towards the ceiling while contracting the glutes. Maintain hip contact during the entire motion. Lift the thighs as high as you can without losing contact with the bench. Hold and squeeze for 5 seconds, then lower. You can do this one leg at a time or both legs at the same time. So perform 12 repetitions. And to strengthen your glute medius, you can try this banded side-lying hip abduction. I have got a dedicated video on the strengthening of the glute medius. Please take a look. So start by lying down on your side and place a resistance band near your ankle. Bend your bottom leg as your foundation. Strengthen your top leg and support your head with your arm. Raise the top leg off the ground as high as you can manage. Hold momentarily at the top and then lower your leg back down with slow controlled motion. Try 3 sets of 12 repetitions. So, tight glutes are a common problem for athletes who run or sprint. They are also common for people who work at a desk job and sit most of the day. It is important to stretch out your tight glutes and keep them active. This helps to prevent injury. So always get the green light from your doctor before starting a new stretching or exercise routine. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe, share and comment. Please also hit the bell so that you will be notified of any new future video release. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness, and if you want to prevent lower back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon. Thank you.